Hello students, welcome to this lecture, One Straight Lines. So in this lecture, we will discuss NCERT miscellaneous exercise, question number 1 to question number 10. So this is disclaimer. So we will cover miscellaneous exercise 1 chapter 9, straight lines, question number 1 to 10. So first of all, make sure you have with your notebooks and pens. So let's get started. So see first question. So in this question, we have to find the values of k for which the line k minus 3 times x minus 4 minus k square times y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0 is first parallel to the x-axis. Then we have to find the values of k for which this equation is parallel to the y-axis. And then we have to find the values of k for which this equation is passing through the origin. So students, how to solve this question? So think about this for a moment. So try it yourself. You have 40 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students. So I hope you try to solve this question. Okay. So now we will solve this question. So basically, in this question, what we have given, see that first. Okay. So basically, we have given here equation of the line, and then we have given condition. This equation of the line is parallel to the x-axis, and we have to find the value of k. Okay. And then this if this equation is parallel to the y-axis, then what is the value of k? And then third in C we have if this equation is passing through the origin means 0, 0 point. Okay, so then what will be the value of k? That we have to find here. So the given equation is k minus 3 times x minus 4 minus k square times y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so this is our given equation. So take first condition. If this given equation is parallel to the x-axis. So what does mean this line is parallel to the x-axis? Okay, first thing about this. So if the given line is parallel to the x-axis, then what condition we will get? So that case, slope of the given line is basically slope of the x-axis. And I hope you all know what is the slope of the x-axis. Okay, that we have studied in our theory classes. So what is the slope of the x-axis? Okay, so the given line, okay, first simplify this line. So the given line can be written as 4 minus k square times y. This is equal to k minus 3 times x plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so basically we have written here this given equation, this term 4 minus k square times y in terms of k minus 3 times x plus k square minus 7k plus 6. Okay, and we obtain this 4 minus k square times y equal to k minus 3 times x plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so this is our rewritten equation. Okay, now here now we can write these equations one dividing 4 minus k square in both sides, and then we will obtain y equal to k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square times x plus k square minus 7k plus 6 divided over 4 minus k square. Okay. And now if we compare this equation, so this equation basically is of the form y equal to mx plus c. Okay. So if we compare this equation with the general form of the equation y equal to mx plus c, then you will get the value of m and c. Okay. So basically we need here slope of the line. Okay. Slope of the given line. So what is the slope of the given line? So now if we compare this equation with the general equation y equal to mx plus c, then we will obtain slope of the given line is basically k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square. Okay. So this is our slope of the given line. And now what is the slope of the x axis? So basically x axis is parallel to the x axis is basically coincide with x axis. Okay. So basically inclination of the x axis is 0. Okay. So slope of the x axis is basically tan 0 degree, that is 0. So slope of the x axis is basically 0. And we have seen here slope of the given line is basically slope of the x axis. Okay. So as you know, slope of the x axis is 0. So now we can write here this equation k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square, this is equal to 0. Okay. So how we get it? So basically we use this concept. Slope of the given line is basically equal to slope of the x axis. Okay. Because this line, okay, is parallel to the x axis, and we know if two lines are parallel to each other, then their slopes are equal. Okay. So here the slope of the given line is basically equal to slope of the x axis, and slope of the x axis is 0, and slope of the given line is k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square. Okay. So if we equate slope of the given line with slope of the x axis, then we will obtain this equation k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square, this is equal to 0. Okay. So now if we solve this equation, then from this equation you will obtain the value of k. So from this equation you will get this equation k minus 3, this is equal to 0, and from here we will obtain the value of k is 3. Okay. So thus if the given line is parallel to the x axis, then the value of k is 3. Okay. So if the given line is parallel to the x axis, then the value of k is basically 3. Okay. So part A is complete. Okay. So part A is completed. So now we will take this condition if the given line is parallel to the y axis. So if the given line is parallel to the y axis is basically vertical line. Okay. In coordinate, in Cartesian plane. Okay. In Cartesian plane, y axis is vertical line and x axis is horizontal line. Okay. So we are taking this condition. The given line is parallel to the y axis. And what we know? What is the slope of the y axis? Okay. So basically its slope will be undefined. Its slope will be undefined. Why? Because this line is vertical line. Okay. And we know if a line is vertical, then inclination is 90 degree. Okay. And that case slope is basically tan 90 degree, and tan 90 degree is not defined. So tan 90 degree is undefined. So its slope will be undefined. So the slope of the given line. So what is the slope of the given line? So already we have found the slope of the given line, that is k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square. Okay. So this is the slope of the given line, and we know we are taking here the given line is parallel to the y axis. Okay. So what we will get? So now k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square. So when this expression is undefined, so if 4 minus k square is 0, then this expression is undefined. Okay, and then we will obtain from here the this equation k square equal to 4. K square equal to 4. This equation we will obtain. Why we take here undefined of this expression? Because basically the given line is parallel to the y-axis. Okay, and the slope of the y-axis is here undefined. So the slope of the given line k minus 3 divided over 4 minus k square is also undefined, and this is undefined when k square equal to 4. And from here you will obtain k square equal to 4, and k is equal to basically plus minus 2. Thus, if the given line is parallel to the y-axis, then the values of k are basically plus minus 2. Okay, so if the given line is parallel to the y-axis, that case the values of k are plus minus 2. Now see, if the given line is passing through the origin, that case what will be the value of k? So if the given line is passing through the origin, then the point 0 comma 0 satisfies the given equation of the line. Okay, so since this the equation of the line is passing through the origin, and as you know the coordinates of the origin are 0 comma 0. Okay, so 0 comma 0, this point will satisfy the given equation of the line. So simply we substitute now x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, and then we will obtain this equation: k minus 3 times 0 minus 4 minus k square times 0 plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so some any number times 0 is basically 0. Okay, and from here we will obtain basically this equation: k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Now simply we can factorize this equation and we will obtain the values of k. So now middle term factoring. Okay, we can write minus 7k as minus 6k minus k. Okay, so we will obtain this equation: k square minus 6k minus k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, and from first two terms we can common k, and from third and fourth term we can common minus 1. Okay, and then uh, if we take common k minus 6, then we will obtain this factor product of these factors: k minus 6 times k minus 1 equal to 0. And now from here we will obtain the values of k are 1 or 6. Thus, if the given line is passing through the origin, then the values of k are is either 1 or 6. Okay, so this is our answer. So if the given line is passing through the origin, then that case the value of k is either 1 or 6. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move on to the next question. So in this question, what we have to do first, see that, so we have to find the equations of the line which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are 1 and minus 6 respectively. Okay, so we have given here basically the sum of intercepts on the axis is 1. Okay, and product of intercepts on the axis is minus 6. Okay, and then we have to find the equations of the lines. So students, first of all, try it yourself and then see solution. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will solve this question. Okay, students, now we will solve this question. So we have to find the equations of the lines which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are 1 and minus 6 respectively. So first of all, let the intercepts cut by the given lines on the axis be A and B. Okay, so A is basically x intercept on the one x axis. Okay, and B is basically y intercept on the y axis. And it is given that sum of intercepts. Okay, uh, sum of intercepts is 1. Okay, so that means A plus B equal to 1, and naming this equation number 1. And we have given product of intercepts cut by the given lines on the axis is minus 6. Okay, so from this condition we will obtain this equation A times B equal to minus 6. Okay, so naming this equation number 2. Now on solving equations 1 and 2, we obtain the values of A and B. Okay, so you can easily solve equation 1 and 2 by using elimination method, okay, or substitution method. Okay, so you can use here substitution method and you can find the values of A and B. Okay, so when solving equations 1 and 2, we obtain the value of A is 3 and B equal to minus 2, or A equal to minus 2 and B equal to 3. Okay, so basically we obtain two values of A, okay, and two values of B. Okay, so A is 3 and B is minus 2, or A is minus 2 and B is 3. Okay, and it is known that equation of the line whose intercepts on the axis are A and B is, okay, that is x over A plus y over B equal to 1. Okay, so all you know about intercept form of a line, that is x over A plus y over B equal to 1. Okay, and if we now write this equation, okay, then we can be rewritten this equation as bx plus ay minus ab equal to 0. Okay, so now in case 1, we are taking the value of a is minus 2, okay, and b is 3. Okay, so in this case the equation of the line is basically 3x minus 2y plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so basically we here substitute the value of a is minus 2 and b is 3 uh, in the previous equation, that is we obtain 3x minus 2y plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so if we rewrite this equation, then we will obtain this equation 3x minus 2y equal to minus 6. Okay, and now in case 2, we are taking the value of a is 3 and the value of b is minus 2. Okay, so in this case what will be the equation of the line? So in this case the equation of the line is minus 2x plus 3y plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, and after rewriting this equation we will obtain this equation 2x minus 3y equal to 6. Okay, thus the required equation of the lines are 2x minus 3y equal to 6 and minus 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Okay, so these two lines, okay, these two equations of the lines are basically our required equations of the lines. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move on to the next question. So see this question. So what are the points on the y-axis whose distance from the line x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1 is 4 units? Okay, so basically we have to find that points on the y-axis whose distance from the line x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1 is 4 units. Okay. So students, first of all, try it yourself. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students. Now we will solve this question. So basically, we have given the distance from the line x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1 from the points on the y-axis is 4 units. Okay, and then we have to find the points on the y-axis. So let 0 comma b be the point on the y-axis whose distance from the line x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1 is 4 units. Okay, so we suppose here 0 comma b be the point on the y-axis whose distance from the given line is 4 units. And the given line, okay, we have given line is basically x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1, and the given line can be written as 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Okay, and naming this equation number 1. Now on comparing equation 1 to the general equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then we will obtain the value of a is 4, b is 3 and c is minus 12. Okay, and it is known that perpendicular distance of a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 from a point x1 comma y1 is given by d equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided over square root of a square plus b square. Okay, so we will know about this formula. Okay, this formula is basically for perpendicular distance of a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 from a point x1 comma y1. So note this formula, and therefore if 0 comma b is the point on the y-axis whose distance from the line x over 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1 is 4 units. Okay, so note this formula. Basically, we are going to apply this formula to find the points on the y-axis. Okay, so on using the above formula, we will obtain this equation 4 equal to modulus of 4 times 0 plus 3 times b minus 12 divided over 4 square plus 3 square. Okay, we substitute here the values of a, b, c, okay, and x1 and y1, and we, according to the question, we obtain this equation 4 equal to square root of modulus of 4 into 0 plus 3 into b minus 12 divided over square root of 4 square plus 3 square. Okay, and it implies 4 equal to modulus of 3b minus 12 divided over 5. Okay, and it implies 20. This is equal to modulus of 3b minus 12. And if we now, as you know, modulus of x equal to a, it implies x equal to plus minus a. Okay, so it implies 20. This is equal to plus minus 3b minus 12. So from here we will obtain two equations. First equation 20, this is equal to 3b minus 12. Okay, and the second, or we will obtain this equation 20, this is equal to minus of 3b minus 12. So it implies 3b, this is equal to 20 plus 12. Okay, and this equation implies 3b, this is equal to minus 20 plus 12. Okay, so basically from these two equation we will obtain the value of b. So it implies b is equal to 32 divided by 3 or b equal to minus 8 by 3. Okay, So we obtain here two values of b. One value is 32 by 3 and other value is minus 8 by 3. So thus the required points are 0 comma 32 by 3 and 0 comma minus 8 by 3. Okay, so our answer will be 0 comma 32 over 3 and 0 comma minus 8 by 3. So students, I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move on to the next question. So in this question, we have to find perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining the points cos theta comma sin theta and cos phi comma sin phi. Okay. So how would you approach this question? Think about this for a moment. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students. Now we will solve this question. So the equation of the line joining the points cos theta minus cos theta comma sin theta and cos phi comma sin phi is given by y minus sin theta equal to cos sin phi minus sin theta divided over cos phi minus cos theta times x minus cos theta. Okay, so we used here the equation of the line joining 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. Okay, that is y minus y1 equal to y2 minus y1 divided over x2 minus x1 times x minus x1. Okay, and if we simplify, basically if we cross multiplying cos phi minus cos theta in both equation, okay, both sides, then we will obtain y times cos phi minus cos theta minus sin theta times cos phi minus cos theta. This is equal to x times sin phi minus sin theta minus cos theta times sin phi minus sin theta. Okay, so now simplify it. So it implies x times sin theta minus sin phi plus y times cos phi minus cos theta plus cos theta sin phi minus cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos phi plus sin theta cos theta equal to 0. Okay, and it implies x times sin theta minus sin phi plus y times cos phi minus cos theta. Okay, and since here cos theta sin phi cos theta sin phi minus sin theta cos phi is sin of phi minus theta. Okay, and here minus cos theta sin theta and plus sin theta cos theta cancelled each other. Okay, and then we obtain this equation. Now on comparing with general equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a is basically sin theta minus sin phi and b is equal to cos phi minus cos theta and c equal to sin of phi minus theta. And it is known that the perpendicular distance of a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 from a point x1 comma y1 is d equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided over square root of a square plus b square. Okay, so the perpendicular distance of the given line from point x1 comma y1 equal is basically d equal to modulus of sin theta minus sin phi times 0 plus cos phi minus cos theta times 0 plus sin of phi minus theta divided by square root of sin theta minus sin phi whole square plus cos phi minus cos theta whole square. Okay, so this is the distance, perpendicular distance of the given line from the point x1 comma y1. Okay, so this is equal to modulus of sin of phi minus theta divided over square root of sin square theta plus sin square phi. Okay, minus 2 sin theta cos sin phi plus cos square phi plus cos square theta minus 2 cos phi cos theta. Okay, basically we expand sine theta minus sine phi whole square by using formula a minus b whole square. This is equal to a square plus b square minus 2a. Okay, and it is equal to modulus of sine of phi minus theta in numerator, and in denominator square root of sine square theta plus cos square theta plus sine square phi plus cos square phi minus 2 times sine theta sine phi plus cos theta cos phi. Okay, and now we will use sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 and sine square phi plus cos square phi equal to 1. Okay, so this is equal to modulus of sine of phi minus theta divided over square root of 1 plus 1 minus 2 times cos of phi minus theta. Okay, this is actually cos of phi minus theta. Okay, so if we expand cos of phi minus theta, then we will obtain this. Okay, so we rewrite this expression as cos of phi minus theta minus 2 times cos of phi minus theta. And this is equal to modulus of sine of phi minus theta divided over square root of 2 times 1 minus cos of phi minus theta. Okay, and this is equal to modulus of sine of phi minus theta divided over square root of 2 times 2 sine square phi minus theta by 2. Okay, since we know 1 minus cos of phi minus theta, this is equal to 2 sine square phi minus theta divided by 2. Okay, so you all know this formula cos uh, 1 minus cos theta equal to 2 sine square theta. Okay, we that use here and we obtain this expression. Okay, and this is equal to modulus of sine of phi minus theta divided over modulus of 2 sine phi minus theta over 2. Okay, so therefore the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining the points cos theta comma sine theta and cos phi comma sine phi is modulus of sine of phi minus theta divided over modulus of 2 times sine of phi minus theta divided by 2. Okay, so this is the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining the points cos theta comma sine theta and cos phi comma sine phi. So students, I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move to the next question. So in this question, we have to find the equation of the line parallel to y-axis and drawn through the point of intersection of the lines x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus y equal to 0. Okay, so first of all, think about this for a moment. How would you approach this question? Okay, you have 30 seconds to try to solve this question and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students, now we will solve this question. So the equation of the any line parallel to the y-axis is of the form x equal to a. Okay, so x equal to a is basically the equation of the line parallel to the y-axis. Naming this equation number 1. The two given lines are x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, and naming this equation number 2. And 3x plus y equal to 0. And naming this equation number 3. Now, on solving equation 2 and 3, okay, on solving equation x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus y equal to 0, we obtain x equal to minus 5 over 22 and y equal to 15 over 22. Okay, so for solving equation 2 and 3, we can use cross multiplication method and easily we will obtain x equal to minus 5 by 22 and y equal to 15 over 22. So therefore, minus 5 by 22 comma 15 over 22 is the point of intersection of the lines 2 and 3. Okay, so this point is the point of intersection of the lines 2 and 3. And since line x equal to a passes through the point minus 5 over 22 comma 15 over 22. Okay, so this line passes through this point, so we will obtain the value of a is minus 5 by 22. So thus the required equation of the line is x equal to minus 5 by 20. Okay, so this is our required equation of the line parallel to y-axis and drawn through the point of intersection of the lines x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus y equal to 0. Okay, so students, I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move on to the next question. So in this question, what we have to do? So in this question, we have to find the equation of a line drawn perpendicular to the line x over 4 plus y over 6 equal to 1 through the point where it meets the y-axis. Okay. So students, first of all, try it yourself. So you have 40 seconds to try to solve this question and then we will provide the solution. Okay. So now we will solve this question. So first of all, try to understand this question. Okay. So we have to find the equation of a line drawn perpendicular to the line x over 4 plus y over 6 equal to 1 through the point where it meets the y-axis. The equation of the given line is x over 4 plus y over 6 equal to 1. Okay, this is our given equation of the line. And this equation can also be rewritten as 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. And this equation can also be rewritten as y equal to minus 3 over 2 times x plus 6. Okay, and this equation is of the form y equal to mx plus c. And then the slope of what is the slope of the given line? So therefore slope of the given line is minus 3 over 2. Okay, so minus 3 over 2 is the slope of the given line. So what is the slope of the line perpendicular to the given line? So we all know this statement. If two non-vertical lines are perpendicular to each other, then if and only if their product of their slope is negative. Okay, that means slope of the perpendicular is to the line to the given line is basically negative reciprocal of the slope of the given line. Okay, so therefore slope of the line perpendicular to the given line is minus of 1 over minus 3 by 2. Okay, and if we simplify, then we will obtain this is equal to 2 over 3. So slope of the line perpendicular to the given line is 2 over 3. So now let the given line intersect the y-axis at 0 comma y. Okay, so as you know, any point on the y-axis in the form 0 comma y. Okay, so that is why we let here given line intersect the y-axis at 0 comma y. Now on substituting x with 0 in the equation of the given line, we obtain y over 6 equal to 1. Okay, and from there we will obtain the value of y is 6. So therefore the given line intersect the y-axis at point 0 comma 6. Okay, so the given line intersect the y-axis at 0 comma 6. The equation of the line that has a slope of 2 by 3 and passes through the point 0, 6 is y minus 6 equal to 2 over 3 times x minus 0. Okay, so we used here point slope form of a line. Okay, so if we have a line having slope 2 by 3 and passes through the point 0, 6, then the equation of the line is y minus 6 equal to 2 over 3 times x minus 0. And it implies 3 times y minus 18 equal to 2x. And if we rearrange this equation, then we will obtain this equation 2x minus 3y plus 18 equal to 0. Thus, the required equation of the line is 2x minus 3y plus 18 equal to 0. Okay. So, our answer will be 2x minus 3y plus 18 equal to 0. So, students, I hope it is clear to all of you. So, now let us move to the next question. So, in this question, we have to find the area of the triangle formed by the lines y minus x equal to 0, x plus y equal to 0, and x minus k equal to 0. Okay. So, we have given here three equations of line. Okay. And then we have to find the area of the triangle formed by these lines. So, students, first of all, try it yourself. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Okay. Now we will solve this question. So the equations of the given lines are y minus x equal to 0. Okay, I'm naming this equation number 1. Then x plus y equal to 0, and this is equation number 2. And x minus k equal to 0, and this is equation number 3. The point of intersection of the lines 1 and 2 is given by x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Okay, so equation 1 and 2 intersect at the point 0, 0. Okay, easily you can find x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. And what is the point of intersection of lines 2 and 3? So if we solve equation 2 and 3, then easily we can find the point of intersections of lines 2 and 3. Okay, so the point of intersections of lines 2 and 3 is given by x equal to k and y equal to minus k. Now, what is the point of intersection of lines 3 and 1? So now solve equation 1 and 3. So the point of intersection on solving equation 1 and 3 is given by x equal to k and y equal to k. Okay. So we obtain the point of intersection of lines 1 and 2, the point of intersection of lines 2 and 3, and the point of intersection of lines 3 and 1. Okay. So now we can easily find the vertices of the triangle formed by the lines y minus x equal to 0, x plus y equal to 0, and x minus k equal to 0. So thus the vertices of the triangle formed by the three given lines are 0, 0, k, minus k, and k, k. Okay. And we know that the area of a triangle whose vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3 is basically 1 by 2 modulus of x1 times y2 minus y3 plus x2 times y3 minus y1 plus x3 times y1 minus y2. Okay. So if we have a triangle whose vertices are given, then the area of that triangle is basically this one. Okay, so this form is basically area of the triangle whose vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So students, note this formula. So therefore, area of the triangle formed by the three given lines is basically 1 by 2 modulus of 0 times minus k plus k times k minus 0 plus k times 0 plus k square root. Okay, basically we substitute here the values of x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3, and by substituting we obtain area of the triangle formed by the three given lines is this one. Okay, and this is equal to 1 by 2 modulus of k square plus k square units. This is equal to 1 by 2 modulus of 2k square units. Okay, and simply this is equal to k square units. So thus the required area of the triangle is k square units. Okay, so our answer will be k square units. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move to the next question. So in this question, we have to find the value of p so that three lines, okay, three lines may intersect at one point. So what are the equations of the three lines? So the equations of the three lines are basically 3x plus y minus 2 equal to 0, px plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0, and 2x minus y minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, and we have to find the unknown of this equation. Okay, unknown of this equation p. So what is the value of p? So students, try it yourself first. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students, now we will solve this question. So we have to find here value of p so that three given lines may intersect at one point. So the equations of the given lines are 3x plus y minus 2 equal to 0. This is equation number 1. Px plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. This is equation number 2. And 2x minus y plus minus 3 equal to 0. This is equation number 3. Now on solving equations 1 and 3. Okay, so now solve equation 1 and 3 by using cross multiplication method, and then we obtain x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1. And since these three lines may intersect at one point, okay, we have given this. So the point of intersection of lines 1 and 3 will also satisfy the line 2. Okay, so we found here the point of intersections of line 1 and 3, that is here x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1. And since three lines may intersect at one point, so x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1 will also satisfy line 1. Line 2. Okay, so it implies p times 1 plus 2 times minus 1 minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, and it implies p minus 2 minus 3 equal to 0. And from here we will obtain the value of p is 5. So thus the required value of p is 5. Clear? So I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move to the next question. So in this question, we have if three lines whose equations are y equal to m on x plus c1 and y equal to m2 x plus c2 and y equal to m3x plus c3 are concurrent, then so that m1 times c2 minus c3 plus m2 times c3 minus c1 plus m3 times c1 minus c2 equal to 0. Okay. So what conditions we have given here? So we have given here these three lines are concurrent. Okay, and then we have to solve this equation. So students, first of all, try it yourself. You have 40 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Okay, students. Now we will solve this question. So here we have given three lines whose equations are here given. Okay, are concurrent. Okay, then we have to show that m1 times c1 minus c2 plus c2 minus c3 plus m2 times c3 minus c1 plus m3 times c1 minus c2 equal to 0. So the equations of the given lines are y equal to m on x plus c1. This is first equation. Second equation is y equal to m2x plus c2. And the third equation is y equal to m3x plus c3. Now on subtracting equation y equal to m on x plus c1 from y equal to m2x plus c2. So we obtain 0 equal to m2 minus m1 times x plus c2 minus c1. Okay. And it implies m1 minus m2 times x equal to c2 minus c1. And from here we will obtain the value of x is c2 minus c1 divided over m1 minus m2. Okay. Now on substituting this value of x in y equal to m on x plus c1, then we obtain y equal to m1 times c2 minus c1 divided over m1 minus m2 plus c1. Okay. And it implies y equal to m1 c2 minus m1 c1 divided over m1 minus m2 plus c1. And it implies y equal to m1 c2 minus m1 c1 plus m1 c1. We add and subtract m1 c1, okay, in numerator, and minus m2 into c1 divided over m1 minus m2. So therefore c2 minus c1 divided over m1 minus m2 comma m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided over m1 minus m2 is the point of intersection of the lines 1 and 2. So it is given that lines y equal to m on x plus c1 and y equal to m2x plus c2 and y equal to m3x plus c3 are concurrent. Okay. So what does mean concurrent? So hence the point of intersection of the lines. Okay. Y equal to m on x plus c1 and y equal to m2x plus c2 will also satisfy the equation y equal to m3x plus c3. Okay. That means the point of intersection of any two lines will also satisfy the third equation of the line. Okay. So that is actually called concurrent line. So it implies m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided over m1 minus m2. This is equal to m3 times c2 minus c1 divided over m1 minus m2 plus c3. Okay. And it implies m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided over m1 minus m2. This is equal to m3 c2 minus m3 c1 plus c3 m1 minus c3 m2 divided over m minus m1 m2. Okay. So after simplifying, you will get m1 c2 minus m2 c1 minus m3 c2 plus m3 c1 minus c3 m1 plus c3 m2 equal to 0. Okay. So just write this equation, okay, in simple form. And now common out m1, then we'll get m1 times c2 minus c3 and plus m2 times c3 minus c1 plus m3 times c1 minus c2 equal to 0. Okay. Hence m1 times c2 minus c3 plus m2 times c3 minus c1 plus m3 times C1 minus C2 equal to 0. Okay, hence proved. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So now let us move on to the next question. So in this question, we have to find the equation of the lines through the point 3, 2, which make an angle of 45 degree with the line x minus 2y equal to 3. Okay. So students, first of all, try it yourself. You have 30 seconds to try to solve this question, and then we will provide the solution. Now we will solve this question. So let the slope of the required line be m1. And the given line can be rewritten as y equal to 1 by 2 x minus 3 by 2. And this equation is of the form y equal to mx plus c. So therefore, slope of the given line is m2 equal to 1 by 2. And it is given that the angle between the required line, okay, line x minus 2y equal to 3 is basically 45 degree. It is given to us. And we know that if theta is the acute angle between lines L1 and L2 with slopes m1 and m2 respectively, then tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided over 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay, we will know this formula for finding angle between two lines. So therefore, tan 45 degree is equal to modulus of m1 minus m2 divided over 1 plus m1 into m2. And tan 45 degree is 1. So it implies 1 equal to modulus of 1 by 2 minus m1 divided over 1 plus m1 over 2. Okay. And it implies 1 equal to modulus of 1 minus 2 m1 by 2 divided over 2 m1, 2 plus m1 plus 2 plus m1 divided by 2. Okay. And it implies 1 equal to modulus of 1 minus 2 m1 by 2 plus m1. And it implies 1 equal to plus minus 1 minus 2 m1 divided over 2 plus m1. Okay. So from here we will obtain two equations. One equal to 1 minus 2 times m1 divided over 2 plus m1, or 1 equal to minus of 1 minus 2 m1 divided over 2 plus m1. Okay, and it implies 2 plus m1 equal to 1 minus 2 m1, or 2 plus m1 equal to minus 1 plus 2 m1. And from here m1 is minus 1 by 3, or m1 is 3. And now case 1, when we take m1 is 3, then the equation of the line passing through 3, 2 and having a slope of 3 is y minus 2 equal to 3 times x minus 3. Okay, it implies y minus 2 equal to 3x minus 9. And it implies 3x minus y equal to 7. And now take case 2. So when m1 is minus 1 by 3, then the equation of the line passing through 3, 2 and having a slope minus 1 by 3 is y minus 2 equal to minus 1 by 3 times x minus 3. Okay. Now rearrange this equation. It implies 3y minus 6 equal to minus x plus 3. It implies x plus 3y equal to 9. Okay. Thus the equations of the lines are 3x minus y equal to 7 and x plus 3y equal to 9. So our answer will be 3x minus y equal to 7 and x plus 3y equal to 9. So students, I hope it is clear to all of you. So that's all for today's lecture. So thank you very much to all of you.